I am a 660 subscription YouTuber, lifestyle creator who quit Big Law, moved countries, and is trying to build a non-traditional income now. And YouTube, with its new monetization requirements, is going to be making that a lot harder in the near future. Let's talk about it. So, as most people have seen, a ton of big creators and channels now have already released the news, and YouTube itself yesterday, August 10th, that there are going to be new monetization requirements for creators, and also going to be new requirements for creators who are already in the YPP, or the YouTuber Partner Program, which is kind of how you get monetized and get ad revenue money. And there are some big changes. I wanted to start with how I feel as a small channel who is trying to grow and to get into the monetization program, and kind of how it feels for me, and then kind of what the new requirements are going to be, why I think YouTube changed it, and then when all these changes actually are going to happen. A lot of the videos, when you just see their thumbnail, it makes it seem like it's happening immediately, and it's not, thankfully, but it does give another tight timeline for anyone who is trying to grow their channel, and then what that will happen if you get in, and then maintaining it in the future. As a small channel, it is already pretty hard, I think, to especially for the watch hours. I do have the 500 subscribers. I did get a lot of watch time from a one-off video. I had just posted this random thing for Super Bowl, and it got hundreds of thousands of views, shockingly, and that got me to the watch hours. But because it didn't really relate to my channel or anything, it didn't really help with any future growth per se, because that's not really the main market I was going through. At the time, I was still kind of posting random videos and trying to kind of figure it out and get my footing. But as someone who normally posts videos like 10 to 20 minutes long, getting 3,000 watch hours is quite a bit of time and a lot of watch time for sure, especially for those, types of videos. You need like 100,000 or so views to hit that watch time on a video. So it is quite high. And then they also changed it, as most people know too, for shorts. Instead of 10 million views in 90 days, it's 20 million views. And I saw another channel, I believe it was vidIQ, he broke it down. That means you have to get like 22,200 something views a day, which is quite a bit. So it pretty much means like every other video, if you're a shorts channel, is gonna have to get like hundreds of thousands, depending on how much you post, of course. But if you're posting every other day, that's like 2 million views, almost a video that you'd have to get to maintain it, which is quite hard. But as someone who is working towards getting that, even 10 million views, I think on shorts is quite hard. I know some people do really well and you can get tons of views. I think my longest or biggest short was like 34,000. So still pretty good, but that was just kind of a one-off. Most are like in the low thousands if I'm lucky. Kind of. But as someone who's trying to grow, it definitely is scary that they are now doubling watch hours to 8,000. That is a lot of watch time, a lot of hours. And I don't know if, I'll talk later in the video about, I think, how this is going to change a lot of creators and how long their videos are. But it definitely makes it scarier and harder. The subscribers stay the same, but the watch hours go up. So definitely gonna make it harder for people who are trying to grow like myself. And to get a lot of these watch hours is quite hard, especially when my videos aren't super long to start with. And then of course, even if you post an hour video, that doesn't mean everyone's gonna watch the full hour. But, that definitely plays a part in it. So just something to keep into consideration. And then also on the next point, they are also changing the rules for keeping on the ad revenue. So once you get into the partner program, you don't, get kicked out, unless you get kicked out. But if you don't hit the certain amount of watch hours that they require, you just won't get the ad revenue money for that month. So it is going to incentivize current creators to maintain their current level of, how many videos I think they're putting out and their watch hours. So I think it might incentivize a lot of people I'm thinking, you know, if I was in that position, maybe to make longer videos or to post more often. And I think it'll be harder to, especially if you don't get, if most of your views come from newer videos. I know some creators still get quite a few views from older videos, but if you get most of your views from newer videos, you wouldn't be able to take like a month or two off and not post and kind of not be able to get in the views, because then you wouldn't get ads. So I think it will incentivize a lot of creators to continually keep making content when they get in, if they want to keep making money, of course, because I think, you know, there's hundreds of millions or however many people on YouTube. So there is a lot of people out there. But just to incentivize even more creation, I know Netflix or YouTube is really working hard to keep being the #1 streamer. You know, they're bigger than Netflix and everyone else. So I think incentivizing their, people in the program to keep the watch hours really high, it of course helps them. And then then you get more ad revenue money, and then they keep making ad revenue money. So I think it kind of is a little bit of incentivization there. But on to the next point, why I think YouTube did this, just from my personal perspective. I don't know anyone at YouTube or anything like that, but I think they did this because there are so many people now, you know, especially the past 5 or 6 years, who have become creators and have been able to get into the program. And I don't know if they see it from YouTube's perspective that it is getting easy for some people. There are some people who are just very charming and enchanting, and you want to watch their videos and listen to what they have to say. And, they can grow really quickly and get tons of watch hours. And for some people, it's just easier. Some people, it's not. You know, it really just depends on the person and the channel and, all those things. But maybe they thought too many people were qualifying for it, so they're trying to up the value just to get into it. So it does make the barrier for entry a little bit higher. I think that could play a part in it, so it doesn't seem as easy per se. I also think then the incentivization to keep people maintaining certain watch hours, whether it's on the long form or the shorts, to keep producing. And then if they can keep those numbers high, then they can keep on top as the top streamer. I don't see that going anywhere because so many more people are posting, and even news channels and, Bravo post stuff. So I think a lot more people are posting on YouTube, and hopefully more TV shows and things like that keep doing it. At least the free versions would be nice, because now, with all the streamers and stuff, you pay so much money for all these different ones and going ad free and all those type of things. So I think that's why a lot of people are incentivized to go to YouTube, because then they get ad revenue money, cuts down costs, for their subscribers. So different things like that. So I think that was part of the reason for changing it and then maintaining it. If they can keep their status, then it helps the platform overall. But definitely, some big changes coming, and how we feel about it. Although, thankfully, last point, these new changes do not get implemented until February 1st, 2027. So I think it's 173, 74 days. So if you are somebody like me who is trying to work on growing their channel and getting these watch hours, it's definitely, I've been working hard. If you've been following my channel at all, doing this series, trying to really build on here and post more and be more strategic so I can start making money a non-traditional way, because I'm kind of tired of my traditional job. Not that I'm working right now, I am unemployed, but just trying to find a different route for something I can do so I don't have to go back to that for years and years to come. I really enjoy having a creative outlet and doing fun stuff and all the editing. And with the job that I had, being a lawyer, there's really no creativity. It's grinding, it's working, it's 24/7, and it's a little much for me. If I could do it part-time, that would be ideal, so that I could have time to do my other hobbies. I'm someone who really likes to enjoy my free time and socializing and seeing friends and spending time outside and doing things with the dogs. I don't want to be sitting in an office for 12 or 16 hours a day, 5 or 6 days a week. That's just not me. So if I could find something outside of that, of course, that would be ideal. And I like making videos here I had actually been wanting to do this for years. I was always kind of shy, still kind of am when it comes to posting. But when I first was going to start law school is when I really thought about it, because at the time there weren't really videos about, you know, day-to-day. I was just interested on, because I didn't know any lawyers, about day-to-day life, what it's actually like in law school and what to do and kind of different tips and tricks and things like that. But I was always kind of too nervous. I only made one and then hadn't really posted until about 2024. So, but I watch a lot of YouTube. But that's kind of really what started it. And I've just kind of always, as they say, scared to do it. And so really trying to work on it more now and post more. I am a little, I've been doing it more this summer, just kind of going through my journey, because I feel like a lot of stuff online is like picture perfect, life is great and so easy, and if you just do this, everything will come naturally. And that's really not the case for most people. The ones you see posting about it are the few who have had luck with that kind of work and things, but that really doesn't work out for other people. And now I'm preparing to go back to Europe just for a month. Sadly, I want not to live. I still need to make some money before doing that again. It's really expensive to fly with dogs between the US and Europe, so need, of course, not just money for myself, but to bring my dogs back and forth as well. So that is another consideration, but something I am working towards. But just going for a wedding and a family trip, and then back to Barcelona to see some friends for a little while for the La Marseille holiday week, I think is the plan for now. But so at least that kind of gives me something exciting and to look forward to while I kind of get everything else ready here at home. And it's been a struggle to get my stuff out of Chicago. I was at the airport today. We were literally lined up 30 minutes to boarding, and all flights in Chicago got grounded due to weather. So back here today, kind of thrown off, trying again tomorrow. So I might record part of that just going for the day. So it's a long flight, 3.5 hours each way, just for the day to open up my storage unit, get some stuff packed, and put it in a pod to get shipped back to Arizona. So see how that goes. But it's been a little bit of a tough, long day here and everything. But I would watch some of the videos about this new YouTube thing, and I just wanted to give my thoughts as someone who is smaller and striving towards that. And you know, comment below if anyone else, if you are in the same boat trying to work towards it. We have 170 something days to get these watch hours in, get the subscribers, and get into the program before the hours double, because that would suck if you were like so close to the 4,000 the day before and then it just changed. That would be pretty rough for myself or for anyone else. So if you guys have any other thoughts on these new changes that are coming through and what that might look like in the future, why YouTube changed it, any other thoughts on the whole thing, just leave them down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.